we finally made it. We got to Paldea, and I was about to say I saved the world. We didn't save the world though, did we? We shut down a machine, and then we watched as a kid learn that his parent had died. And then the robot was like, "Oh, I have your parents' memories. They loved you so much. By the way, I'm going because I want to go check out another time. See ya." But I quite enjoyed the story. Anyway, I digress. We finally made it onto Battle Spot. Here we are, and this was the first team that I've used. This is the only team I've used actually so far, and it's not particularly good, but I've been using it to help me learn the meta and the new Pokemon and the new moves. In the beginning, it was working out quite well. And then it wasn't, and then I was getting bodied quite regularly, but I wanted to feature it because it's the start of the new journey into a new era of VGC, and it features that ground type Gyarados that everyone was getting excited about before. I say everyone, no one was getting that excited. It was all about the Ghost Tyranitar, but some people were talking about ground Gyarados, and that's what we've got here. So I'm not going to be sharing the team, it's not particularly special, it has holes, but we'll see how we get on with it today. So we have an opponent, and this is quite a scary looking team. This is a bit of a throwback to BDSP. That Breloom. So, what do I do here? Of course they've got the Tailwind, which I can match, but Pelipper's not that amazing here. I'm tempted to bring Sableye. I think we will. I think those four make sense. We don't need Pelipper. I'm not really too bothered about matching the Tailwind. I think we can stall it out with what we've got, with the help of Sableye. Let's give it a go. So maybe a Sylveon Murkrow lead, why not? Trainer's grandma has come out to support. That's kind of us. Breloom Murkrow, that's a nice lead. That's a Tailwind Spore lead right there. So, straight away we're going to say, you know what, you can waste a turn if you want. I'm going to taunt the Murkrow. Of course it's going to get the Tailwind up, but we're going to force a switch on the following turn. Now, we're going to detect, do I want to go after the Breloom, or do I want to go for the parting shot into Murkrow? I think we'll go for the parting shot into Murkrow. I think we might see Garchomp switching. We don't see any switch. Foul play. Okay, fair enough. And the Spore comes out, but we've got that Overcoat. So maybe I should have just attacked it. Actually, dealing with the foul play with Gyarados and Salamence in the back isn't ideal. The good news is they're going into the Sableye slot. But we successfully stalled their first turn of Tailwind. So, let's have a look. 2 turns of Tailwind. I think we'll go for the chip damage. I think they might go after the Sableye again, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to hit summon. Is it the Arcanine? Show me the Arcanine. It's the Sylveon. Oh, that's good damage, look at that. Okay, so a little bit awkward because I did want to encore the Breloom now, but we're going to lose. We're going to lose Sableye if I do that. But I could do that as well. I could do that and I could go for the knockout onto Sylveon. We're going to play it safe. We're going to play it safe. Because I've got the Revavroom. The Revavroom is there to take hits from Sylveon. So I shouldn't really be letting them do too much damage to my other Pokemon. And the Bullet Seed. So Sableye causing all sorts of problems for my opponent. And the Hyper Voice. So we've lost our Air Balloon. And Throat Spray. Okay. So Tailwind's gone. Does my opponent predict the oh so obvious? Actually no, we're faster. We're faster. I don't need to do that. What I can do is... Because it did end, didn't it? Yeah, it did. I could do that. They'll probably switch out to Murkrow and go for Protect, I imagine. That'd be the best play. Switch out Breloom, get Murkrow in, get Tailwind up. So Sylveon's the one switching out. Good damage. Really good damage. Ooh, that's not... I'm happy to see that. I'm very happy to see that. So, we're going to do that. And do I want to just get rid of Breloom at this point? I do give him a free switch. We know I can knock out Murkrow as well. I think this is the right play. I think because we'll encore the Breloom, then they're forced to switch it on the next turn. Go for Mach Punch. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay. Good news is I can disable the Breloom this turn, but not before it gets an attack off though. I've got to sacrifice Revavroom here, haven't I? I think I'm sacrificing both my Pokemon, to be honest. Actually no, I don't need to. We can do that. We will sacrifice the Revavroom. We don't have a choice there. Yawn comes out. Which is good to see, because I can encore that, although I'm threatened with sleep on the following turn though. And this is the only thing, this is part of the problem with the team, is that I ideally need to bring Pelipper because I'm going to miss my Hurricanes otherwise. So it's a bit awkward, but I'm actually not encore the the Yawn. I don't think Dragon Pulse is going to knock out from that range, unfortunately. We're going to go for the Draco. That's still a ton of damage. That's the end of Breloom. We're in a bit of an awkward spot though. Hopefully the Yawn goes into Salamence. Which it does. Nice. So in case you don't know, unless they've changed the mechanics, if a Pokemon gets Enquad, its move, or whichever slot it was targeting, becomes random. So that might have been going into the Sableye slot. And this is an easy play here. This ain't over by any means. You can see that we're dragging this one out because we kind of have to. But we'll put a stop to the Yawns. Force Sylveon to struggle and get some Intimidates down on this Garchomp. Although in my experience they've got the what's that new item that stops the stat drops? Swords Dance. Has my opponent not been paying attention? Tailwind's gone. Well, I can't see myself losing from here. Now that they've gotten Swords Dance in front of me. That's a free Dragon Dance. So Sableye, you can see how annoying Sableye is. My very first video on this channel had a similar Sableye to this. Way back in August of last year, just a really annoying Sableye with Detect and Disable and Encore. I'm pretty sure I had both Disable and Encore. And one thing I found with this Sableye is it's incredibly useful in most of the Dondozo matchups. I mean, I'm still learning them. But the ones that don't have the Toxic Orb to knock out the Tatsurigi. They just get locked in because you can't switch out Dondozo if it has a Tatsurigi in its mouth. So I've had some interesting games while I've been learning that. This one should be all sewn up then because we've locked him down. We've got a Choice Scarf Salamence in the back. Silver goes for Protect, fair enough. We might knock out our own Sableye here, which I hope we do. Crit with it on Garchomp, but that gets Garchomp gone as well. So that just it was a formality anyway, so that does speed things up. And that sharp attack rise, thanks to courtesy of Sableye. Poor Sableye, it's just absolutely run this game for us, and then just absolutely merciless. We just destroyed it to get a boost. Yeah, this is all over. And there we go. GG to my opponent. Yeah, I guess they were not paying attention, but whatever, we get the win, we take those. I think we'll go for one more. So we've got our next opponent, and it's a Murkrow, what a surprise, and Annihilate as well. Very, very popular in the current meta. Haven't seen much Rotom, but Rotom I expect to be very, very good since it can Terastallize into pure electric type and have no weakness since it has Levitate. They've got double redirection with Mouse Hold and Amoonguss. Is this? I've seen beat up Mouse Hold into Annihilate as well. It makes me wonder if that's justified Arcanine as well. Let's see. So I think Sableye looks pretty good again, to be honest. Does Revavroom look good? Not particularly. I mean, it does against the Moongus, but that's about it. I think we go Pelipper. I think it's going to be Salamence, Gyarados. Yeah, I think that's our play. So we can match any potential Tailwinds in the lead. We've got Sableye there to cause disruption. Revavroom would have been good for the taunts, but I don't think it's good for actually dealing damage in this matchup. That old woman, she's right, won't she? Every game. Okay, so Rotom Murkrow. It's a pretty easy first turn for my opponent. Do I even want to go for Tailwind? I don't think I do. We can stagger it, we can afford to do that. Good damage, and we get the confusion as well. Where was Rotom? And this is just going to be an easy double protect for us. We'll see what this Rotom's going to do. You've got to imagine it's got to be a Thunderbolt coming out into Pelipper. I'm interested in what the Murkrow's going to do. Could be an attack, could be a switch. It's not a switch. Is it a taunt? It's an attack. Okay. I don't know how common that is on Murkrow, to be honest. There's the Thunderbolt. Okay, so you know what's coming. Once we get these animations out of the way. These battles are not as hype as in Sword and Shield, though, are they, with the music? And as you know, the music's okay, but you don't have the classic Sword and Shield Gym Leader theme. But the arena, on the other hand, what we're playing in Playground, we're battling in the Playground. it's not that exciting. That was a lot of damage. There's that Tailwind, and you know what's coming. So we're going to lock down the Rotom. We're going for the Chilling Water into Murkrow. They might switch here to conserve. And I think getting an attack drop. I mean, honestly, a Hurricane's still really good though, isn't it? I could just Hurricane. Yeah, all Hurricanes. They bring the Annihilate in. I'd rather get the Hurricane than the attack drop. Okay, so they've lost their Tailwind. Once it runs out, they can't get it back up. We've locked down the Rotom. Oh, there you go. The Tailwind has ended. And in comes Mousehold. So, Sableye's not up to much here. I don't want that Rotom having free reign though. So, I think now's probably a good time to switch in Salamence, because I think they might just switch out to the Annihilate now. We're going to lose the rain though, so I can't even safely Hurricane it. Okay, so I'm going to call it. I'm going to Hurricane that slot. I think they might go for the switch and follow me though. If they don't, I just think it's stupid. But reads and all that. Nope, so they don't switch. They don't go for follow me either. We get the confusion. And a taunt. Okay, I didn't realise Mousehold had access to taunt. That's good to know. And we actually good. We don't want it to set itself to confusion. We want strong range. Okay, so I wonder if they taunt the Pelipper. I don't think they do. We'll go for the Draco. We'll get Sableye back in as well. Okay, so no follow me. It's a knockout now. It's not quite enough. It's just way too bulky. Population bomb. Okay, nice. And that's going to be the end of Rotom. It's going to struggle itself to death, which is perfect. So Tailwind's gone, but we've still got Pelipper in the back. Our Sash is broken. Sableye can start just causing havoc. And there's the Annihilate. If that's Scarfed, then they're in big trouble. I think from here we just conserve, right? We just conserve Salamence, get back in. We conserve Pelipper as well. I don't like that you can't see the timer when you're looking at your Pokemon. You know, we're gonna swap in Pelipper. I'm gonna detect as well. There's so many things I could do here, but I don't want to go down to the Rage Fist. And if this is Scarfed, I'd like to lock in. I probably should have gone for the Encore actually onto Mousehold to stop it redirecting. I think that would have been the correct play in hindsight. But we'll see, we still have the opportunity to maybe stop anything like that happening since we've gone for that attack. So there's still Terastallization, that's a bit of a pain, because Salamence really isn't doing a whole lot to it now. Nice. Yeah, I know all about that strategy, I've seen it already, mate. Okay, so I'm just gonna disable. So no Rage Fist. Thank you very much. And this seems to be my my experience in VGC at the moment, where there's just a lot of set strategies where people just kind of stick to them. They don't deviate because they don't really know how to. Okay, we're just going to try and get as much damage off as we can now. I'm going to go for the Disable into Mousehold in case they go to follow me. So actually don't, they should get to Population Bomb again. Shoot. So we're going to start lowering the attack, Annihilate. Three punch. Okay. So a bit of a slow end game, and you know it's not over till it's over. We know it's not Scarfed Annihilate. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the Tailwind just yet. We'll get Salamented. Start trying to take out this this mouse holder. Focus. So I totally forgot that she has Defiant as well, potentially. I just switched it to Salamence anyway. But the fact that I remembered it after the fact and it didn't activate just goes to show I am learning. I'm starting to actually remember what these new Pokemon can do now. Okay, so that's nice. That's a good 2-hit KO onto Mouse Hold. There's no reason not to switch Sableye back in. Follow me, that's fine. That should be the end of that. Is, and now we just need to deal with this Annihilate, and the fact that it is Steel type means well we can Earthquake it. Probably just lock it down with the Sableye now. Bring in Gyarados. There's no reason to though, just go for the Encore. And then I'm going to go for the Disable, and it's all over. It's actually not. That's another thing. I need to check Annihilate stats because it seems to just take hits so much better than I actually expected to. So I am just going to do this. Get our flying type in. Go for the Floro. Go for the Clean Sweep. But yeah, I'm really surprised by some of the damage rolls that I see in this game. I don't know if they've like changed anything, or I know some moves have changed in their base power. That probably is what it is, and I need to get up to date with those. To be fair, I mean Gyarados doesn't learn Liquidation anymore, so it's coming off of a weak Waterfall. So maybe I'm comparing it to the previous Liquidation. But yeah, there we go. That's the end of that one. So GG's to my opponent. Sableye really causing some problems, which is funny because, like I say, I've honestly it's been about 50-50 with this team. I've been getting bodied on occasion, sometimes just game after game after game. The team definitely needs to change. I think we'll feature it again because I think it's a bit disingenuous for me to go, oh look, I've got 2 wins. Look how good the team is. It's not perfect by any means. I think you can tell that anyway. But we'll see in the next episode. Anyway, it's good to be back. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.